Good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing today? As you can see, it is a lovely day out today. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. And what I have for you today in this video is the top 5 things that I love about the 2016 Chevrolet Colorado that I recently reviewed and basically filled you in on what it's like to drive every day. In this video, I want to give you guys the key points on what I love about the Colorado over here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the top 5 things that I love about this truck. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the color. So the exterior color that you see here is known as the cyber gray, and I just love this color very much. The reason for that is because it's very similar to gunmetal. It just looks very sharp. I used to not be a fond of dark colors, black especially, although black does look nice. It's just not very ideal for me to have for a color on one of my vehicles. Maybe good for a rental vehicle, but to own a black car, not really. And this, while cyber gray is a dark color, it's not like black. I mean, yes, it'll still show up dirt when it's dirty, and of course scratches will show if it does contain scratches on there. But overall, I really love the cyber gray on this truck, especially when you're looking at it in sunlight, which is why I had to switch over to this side, because if that was on the driver's side, the shadow is not going to show the color as much. And it also varies on which color you get as well. Certain colors will really pop, and if I have this truck completely detailed and completely waxed, going to the car wash, it'll look a lot sharper. Now, my second favorite thing about this truck is the size. Now, this may sound a little strange because, as I've said in past videos, I've always preferred the GMC Sierra or the Chevy Silverado because of their size. This being a mid-size truck, it's a smaller truck, and maybe after seeing that response from me, you might have feel like, well, then I'm not too crazy about the size. But if you look at it up close, it looks kind of big in my opinion. And if you were to look at the truck far away, like for example, you see how I have it parked in this parking spot over here. This is where you definitely see that the truck looks a lot smaller in person. Maybe to a point where you might feel as if it's too small, but until you walk up close to it, it just seems very big up close. It's just amazing to see how much bigger mid-size trucks have gotten since the mid-size trucks that you would find in the early 2000s, maybe the late 90s as well, because I'm pretty sure that this size back then would be considered the Silverado. So number 3, another feature that I love about the Colorado are these side steps. You have one on this side over here, and you have one on the other side. Basically, so that way you have easier access to get on your bed, which makes it an easier step for you to climb over the truck and to get into your bed if needed. And of course, if the tonneau cover was not installed at the moment, I would be able to just climb onto the bed, no problem. But for shorter people, it might be an issue with getting up there depending on your height, but at least you got some sort of easier access to the bed. Okay, so number 4 is the remote starter. Now, I have the LT convenience package on this truck right here. Therefore, this was another feature that would end up needing to be put on the truck. So, if I were to lock it, hold down the button, as you can see, you can start it up from the remote without needing to put the key in the ignition. So that way, if you were walking from a further distance, I would say, coming back to the truck, you can easily start it up using your remote. You can also start it up if you have the OnStar app on your phone as well. Otherwise, you can control other functions like normal. So you can press the unlock button and then you're prompted for your code. Gonna keep spinning. And as you heard, the truck unlocked itself. Alright, so number 5 is actually in the interior over here. Another favorite feature of this truck is when you lift the lever over here and then lift the seat up, you have a neat way of storing things underneath the seat for extra supplies, but without having everything exposed out in the open, which makes it another reason or another benefit for having a pickup truck. So those are basically my top 5 favorite features of the Chevrolet Colorado. What are your favorite features? Whether that being the Colorado or the GMC Canyon, because they're both essentially the same truck, except it's just the brand that you have. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check out my social media links, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to see more pictures of this beauty, I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.